well, I'm back with that little girly block that I told you that I was going to start working on, and I made a few of these. I think I've got like 5 in here. And let me show you the pattern on that. Give you a little glimpse of it. It's called Dutchman's Puzzle, and it's just quarter square triangles and then the smallest half square triangles, and it takes 8 of the quarter square triangles and it takes 16 of the little small half square triangles. Now I ran out of these in the small, so I took some of my larger triangles, half square triangles, and I cut those down into these smaller ones. So I got 2 of these out of each one of the bigger ones, but I'm still using out of my scrap basket, so that's a good thing. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is chain piece, and I have to sew a small half square triangle onto each side of the quarter square triangle. And of course we have these little flat sides on AccuQuilt that we can line them up with. You can do the same thing with your regular triangles. You'll just have little points out there instead that you will clip off later on. So I'm going to just what I'm going to do is go ahead and sew the white to each one of these, one side at a time. So let me start on that. Now just line these back up and get them ready to put the other corner on. And as you can see, we're making little flying geese units. There's 8 little flying geese units in each one of these blocks. Now we just have to put these on the other side and then put our little 4 patches together here. Now we'll press these little flying geese units out. It's ready to put together in a block. Okay, so we have 2 flying geese units at the bottom that are going to the right, and then we have 2 on the top that are going to the left, like that, and then we have 2 that are going to the bottom and 2 that are pointing towards the top. And I'll double check with this one. Let's get this stitched together. We'll just take 2 pieces at a time, stitch them together, and then we'll put the whole thing together. And I'm pressing them towards the flatter surface, which would be here on this side, because on this side you have extra seams. Now let's put our pieces back in order. Now if there was anything just really ragtag about these seams that I'm going to be stitching together, I would clip or nip off like this right here. If I was going to have to attach that, I would clip that off, but I'm going to wait and trim it off after I get the block done, because it's not going to hurt anything right now. And the same thing right here, I'm going to press towards that direction, because least resistance, path of least resistance. Okay, check my direction. To the right on the bottom there, to the left on the top, to the top on the top, and to the bottom on the bottom. And then I'm going to check this because I have a little piece that's sticking out right there. I'm going to have to trim that off so that it will line up and sew correctly. I'm just going to do that with my scissors. Sometimes things get wonky, especially when you're working with little tiny pieces like this, or what I call tiny pieces anyway. So I'm used to making a lot of 10 and 12-inch blocks. And this feels really thick right here, so I'm going to go ahead and clip some of that out, because I don't want my needle to get hung up in that. And I'll just try to line up that middle seam as good as I can. So I've got one that wants to go this way and one that wants to go that way. So if I kind of twirl this in the middle, still seems really thick though. Maybe I'll clip it a little bit. Now let's see what happens. Alright, you can see that I've got some pretty jagged little edges here. So what I'm going to do, let me measure first. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my little ruler and I'm going to try and trim those off a little bit. I'm not measuring anything right now to square it up. I'm just taking off the little edges because I don't have that much room in these to take off. So if I can get those little edges squared up, and then I'll check the... They've been turning out about, most of the time they've been turning out about 6 1/4. Of course, the book says they're supposed to be 6 1/2, but you know how that goes. 6 1/2 unfinished. I don't really care as long as they're all approximately the same and they'll go together like they should. And I get some nice clean cuts and don't lose too many of my points. I'm okay with that for a scrappy quilt. After all, this is a chance for a second life for these little guys. Okay, let's measure it. 6 1/4 on this way. It looks like almost 6 1/2 this way. When I get ready to put them together, I'll reevaluate how I want to trim them up. I don't want to lose all my points, but like that one right there, I know I'm going to lose it. These probably not. So we'll see. Okay, so I have 5 of these so far. I have this one stitched up, and I have 2 more like this. So that'll give me 3 like that. And then I found these. I thought those would make cute little blocks too. So I have 2 of those. And I'll keep looking through my scraps. Now, if I have to find some more white out of my strip bins or something like that to make this work, I will do that. But I'm going to use up what I can from that scrap bin, that 6-inch scrap bin first. Because my goal, remember, was to empty that scrap bin. And it's coming down. Especially since I'm taking some of the larger pieces and cutting them down to smaller pieces. Like, see, I can take these whites and I can get 2 of those small triangles out of each one of these. I just fold it over and then put it on my AccuQuilt cutter and my die, and it comes out to 2 of these. And there was, let's see, there was only 4 more of these. So I couldn't really, I cut these down from, did I cut these down from a 1/2 inch? I mean a 1/2 square triangle, or did I not? No, these were already, I think. But like I said, I'm not against, and here's some more white, I'm not against cutting some of these down to make parts for other blocks. To me, that's just a good strategy to help use up some more of these. So, here are the 1/4 square triangles that I have left, mostly. And so I can, if I need to, I can take some of these 1/2 square triangles and put them back in the machine and cut them down to these 1/4 square triangles also. So I can rearrange anything in there that I want to. And that's what I'm doing to try and empty this out. And let's see. Oh, I wanted to talk about, I had someone ask me the other day on my last video about the quilt that was on my long arm behind where I was showing you some things. And that is an old work in progress that I made out of scraps from another project a couple of years ago, and I thought, well, it's almost the 4th of July and I'll pull that out and see if I can finish it. So I'm going to pull that out now and show you what I've done on it and kind of tell you what my plan is to finish that. I don't know if it'll be done by July the 4th, but it'll be done this summer. So let me rearrange some things, and then I will pull that out, because I took it to my church today and worked on it, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. So here is that quilt that I was telling you about. that it was just laying over my long arm, and someone saw it and they wanted to know the story behind it. All of these hearts and stars that are on here, those are ready to be appliqued, and I'm going to try a new thing, and new to me anyway. I'm going to try to applique those on my long arm as I'm quilting this. I've got them, I've got the adhesive on them, and they are ironed on, because I had some when I constructed this out of some leftover fabrics from other quilts, I didn't really have enough of the red, white, and blue, so I just put big white blocks in to make it the size that I wanted to. So I've got all of these stars and hearts and flower shapes ready to applique. So I'm going to try and get this, find some backing, and try and get this on the long arm this week. Today I took it to my church, to my group up there, and I put a 2-inch inner border and a 4-inch outer border. So I've got a thin white and a thicker blue. I thought that framed it out pretty well. So hopefully I can have this done by the end of summer. Hopefully I can have this done before July is over. That's what I meant to say, because I would really like to enjoy it this summer. So I hope you enjoyed the little tutorial on these blocks, the little Dutchman's puzzle blocks. I'm going to have to find some more, because I don't think this is going to be quite enough to get me where I want to be with this. But I'm going to keep working on my 6-inch bin, scrappy bin, and hopefully I'll have this emptied out by the end of summer. I don't know how many blocks I'll get out of it. And like I said, I'm not opposed to re-cutting stuff out of these. If I need smaller triangles, I can cut these bigger ones down or whatever. I'm just keeping these in this little container because they're the small ones. I don't want them to get all mixed in. I'll keep working on that and hopefully get it done by the end of summer. But I also have an 8-inch one just like this, just as full as this one was. I also have a 10-inch and a 12-inch, but they are not nearly as full. And the reason for that is because when I cut up scraps, I usually have smaller pieces to cut up. So anyway, maybe this year I'll get all 4 of those baskets emptied. Who knows? And I will be back the next time that I have something worthwhile sharing with you. In the meantime, y'all have a blessed week. Nancy with Simply Quilting.